in Renzi about that scene. Colin,
No, do the Renzi part.
do the Renzi part first.
No, whatever. No.
Well, what was, when you actually just watched it,
I did. I was right behind you. Yeah.
and what was, first of all, what was your thought when you first saw that that's how that relationship was going to resolve, and what do you feel about it now?
I both hated it and respected it, pretty much the same I feel about it now.
We hated it and respected it.
Full stop. I did. It was such a, it was a dark night on the set. It was obviously a night shoot, but I mean energetically. It really was. And by that stage, we had all spent a year together, and we had, as you all know, been stood down for 5 or 6 months in the middle of the shoot. We shot for 3 months. We came back for 3 months. The cast and the crew were all incredibly close by that point. And I think if you're going to ask the audience to fall in love with the character, which I feel the audience has, in the way the audience has fallen in love with Renzi's Vic, yeah, there's a world that the crew are going to fall in love with that character as well throughout the 6 months. It's just the way it happens. They're watching him work every day. They're watching him become a man. They're watching him lose his innocence. They're wondering where it's all going to go. There's a deep affection I have as an audience member, not just as an actor and as a man version of. There's a deep affection I have for Renzi and for Vic. And so the crew had that as well, and there was a dark energy that night, wasn't there? It was horrible. And it's only, I get it, it's just fiction, like, we all know. You know, we all know, and we're all paid handsomely, and you go back to your safe, like, I get it. But it was really, really dark, and it was really taking the last vestige of innocence, even though he had taken Squid's life at that stage. It was taking the last vestige of innocence, somebody who had given so much of his life, who had suffered so much loss, and had offered up so much loyalty, fealty, so much love and companionship and all the good things. And it was seeing that light get snuffed out by the person that he had offered all that to. And I was fortunate enough to be that person. So I didn't enjoy it at all.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
No, that's, I just feel like, I don't know what I could possibly add. That was, I feel like you know the character better than I do. This is crazy.
But
no, but
enjoy it.
True, no, it's a weird one, like enjoy is the wrong word, but it's like a cousin of it maybe, because I think, not that I enjoyed the night, not that I enjoyed any of that, but I don't know, maybe there's this thing to like, you know, you're creating this whole arc from what he is at the beginning, like you said, you watch him sort of lose himself in this thing, and it's, I don't know, it's just such a there's something that's so final about it, that's kind of, maybe that's what you're talking about with the respected part. It's like, wow, it's just a strong way to, and then I know what we were trying to do from the beginning. I remember talking to Lauren about it when I first got the part on that being sort of his ending, and just how I just respected so much how, you know, what an impact I think that on as an audience member when I was reading it, what it had on me. And then the scene just before, you know, I think it's almost like they're most vulnerable that they've been with each other, that scene right beforehand. And it's in a way, the way I read it was when I was reading it, what was going through my mind is, I sort of saw it as like, you know, I think maybe they're too like masculine and they're afraid to say like something like the words "I love you," but I think in a way that's kind of what Victor was sort of telling Oz in that moment, like, you're family to me, you know, and I think that was his version of that. And I think it's just like so like, it's painful the fact that he put so much trust and so much love in maybe the guy that, you know, maybe he shouldn't have.
And therein lies the rub.
Right, exactly.
That there was love there, you know, and that couldn't exist. Not in the world, in the mind, and the heart of this man of Oz. It couldn't exist. If there was any humanity in him up until that point, even just a pilot light, that's obviously the moment it gets snuffed out.
Kristen,